Hello, I'm Jason. Thank you for watching my videos and coming to check out my channel. I do have a lot of snake videos up right now, but this video is going to be the longest and in my opinion the best video that I've made to date. I probably will never make another video this long again. You may want to watch this one in installments, 10 or 15 minutes at a time over the next few weeks, and you can comment as often as you like on it. This is going to be probably the very last video I make that's really good until after Christmas. Got a lot of stuff going on. But you're going to see 28 different snakes in my collection. You're going to see Emerald Tree Boas and Green Tree Pythons, Rainbow Boas, Woma Pythons, Ball Pythons, Red Tail Boas, Burmese Pythons. So you're going to see a large variety of snakes in this video, and I do hope you enjoy it. I have rearranged my page on YouTube, and I have grouped all my videos, like for Emerald Tree Boas, in one folder, and all the ones that for Green Tree Pythons in one folder, and so on. So if you particularly like one type of snake more than the other, it'll be easy to find the videos that you want to see on my channel. I also do have videos up about the fog machines that I use for the Green Tree Pythons and Emerald Tree Boas. I get a lot of questions on those. I also have a video up about how to make the PVC pipe scorched perches. So please check those out if you're interested in that. Thanks for watching my video, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Okay, here's Alvara after her color change. She turned into a beautiful green Emerald Tree Boa. No, I'm just kidding. This is not Alvara. This is Aita. She's Alvara's big sister. Well, not really, but I like to call her that. She's a very, very slow grower. She's a good eater, but she is growing very slow, and she does have to be monitored for bowel movements, because if she does not poop after her second meal and you feed her a third one, she will spit it up, and that's happened twice this year. So I'm not going to take that chance even if she is hanging down waiting for food. I've had her fecals checked again, and we have went ahead and wormed her a second time this year just to be sure that she doesn't have any parasites. And she's got great muscle tone, and she's very friendly, but she's just not growing very fast. But she is growing. I do monitor her weight. She was up to 192 grams, and that's pretty good. That's about 25 grams in the last 6 months, which is some progress, just not a lot. She's got a beautiful luster to her skin, and she's very calm. I mean, super friendly for an Emerald Tree Boa. Never gets in a hurry, and she's never tried to bite me. She has an incredible white brilliance on her markings there. Hello there. But she's a superb Emerald Tree Boa. Very friendly. Look at her thick muscles on her head. Her head is going to be massive. She is female, so she will be a very large snake when she grows up. She's just taking a long time to get there. But that is Aita. She's stunning. She's my little baby, and she knows it. Now here is little Alvara. She's very much in the middle of her color change. Her back is pretty green on the front half and still just a little bit peach in the back half. She is a great eater, and she's very friendly. But yeah, now you can see that she's a lot smaller than Aita. But she is growing. She's going to catch up to her, I believe. But look how much of the color change she's got. Her back is almost solid green there. You see that? And she's bright orange on the side, or peach colored. Now when I got her, she was flame red. I mean cherry flame red. There's videos of her up when I first got her. She was like 3.5 months old. And the color change they go through is very fascinating. There she is. She's still learning to hang on when you hold her. So I always wrap her tail in between my fingers, make sure I've got a good grip on her so she doesn't go flying in the floor. But she's getting a lot of green around all her markings, all the way down to the tip of her tail. And then, like I said, the front half of her's pretty much getting green on the back. She's going to be a stunning emerald tree boa when she grows up. And she's a stunning baby in transition right now. Look at her. She says, "Oh, Lord." She said, "You woke me up." Beautiful. She might be just a little bit fat for her size. She's a very healthy eater. She begs for food even when it's not time for her to be fed. She'll hang down and just look at you like, "Do you not have a mouse over there for me?" But she's beautiful. Very friendly. Love her to death. Say hello. She says hello to everybody on YouTube. She's doing great. She's awesome. But that is Alvara. Hello. This is Emeraldo. He is my male emerald tree boa. Very sweet. Doing really good. And he's got a beautiful pattern on him. Very calm. The northern side. He's got a very bright white pattern on him. He's really long, kind of slender. He was a little bit fatter, actually, over the summertime when he was eating more. But now that it's cooled down, he's slowed down on eating, and he only eats about every 4 weeks instead of about every 3 weeks. He smells the females going into season, and he thinks he's supposed to be breeding. He may actually end up breeding with Eden if Mercutio doesn't take to her. So it's a possibility that he will get his chance. And he's pretty mellow. Very happy to have him. He's just hanging out. There he is. He's got a really pretty pattern on him. I don't know if you can see him very good. He doesn't like the camera. He actually does strike at the camera. I don't know if it gives off warmth or he just doesn't like the light on it or what, but he's the only snake I have that absolutely hates the camera. Now it is nighttime right now, so I'm being kind of careful with him because he does get kind of defensive at nighttime. But he's doing just fine, as you can see. He's really beautiful. He's got a very high white pattern to him. And he has a lot of yellow on his sides. But yeah, he's a pretty sweet emerald tree boa. He's got a beautiful face. There's my little boy, Emeraldo. Hello, this is Eden. She's my adult female emerald tree boa. I do hope to breed her this winter with Mercutio. And if they don't hook up, then hopefully I can breed her with Emeraldo. I think they'll make really nice babies, and she's a very healthy emerald tree boa female. But she's got a beautiful color to her. She's got a very nice clean body. High white pattern. And pretty friendly. Still a little curious with me. And have to be a little careful when I hold her, just in case, because she's only been with me since July. And she's never tried to bite me, but still at the same time, you don't want to put her next to your face very much, just in case she does bite. And she's doing pretty good. She seems pretty mellow. Got a beautiful, healthy body, and she seems to be doing real good. Show you her face there. She's got a beautiful, large head. She's doing really good, and hopefully she'll be a mommy this winter. Look how solid she is. She's a beautiful girl. Very beautiful. Hello. This is Mercutio. He's wrapped around my face right now and I can't really see the camera, but he is a beautiful Emerald Tree Boa and he's very, very sweet. I trust him completely. He's one of the very sweetest snakes I have, and he's one of my favorites as well. He's very, very calm. He's a very gentle eater, you know, barely takes the rat out of the tongs. Never have to worry about him. He's actually thickened up a little bit more than when I first got him, which is excellent. He's doing extremely well, and he loves to come out of the cage and hang out with you. He's just an amazing snake. People ask me the main differences between the northern and the Amazon Basin Emerald Tree Boas. Well, Amazon Basins do have a tendency to have a much better temperament, but they are much more expensive. And physically, you know, appearance-wise, the only main difference is that they get a little bit larger and the stripe on their back is connected. Sometimes it's fully connected and other times it's mostly connected, but that is the main difference visually. And but yeah, if you have the money and you're trying to decide, I'd go ahead and get a basin, because then you really don't have to worry about temperament as much. And he's got an enormous head and he's doing very well. I'm going to show you his beautiful little face. And he actually won a contest for me on YouTube. Only contest I've ever entered, and I was very excited that he won. So, yay for him. Rest on your shoulder. And yes, I'm making this video at night. I think I mentioned that with Emeraldo, but yeah, I'm making this video at night, and green tree pythons and emerald tree boas are known to be aggressive at night. Most of mine are very calm. They are more defensive at night. They'll curl their head back sometimes and come look at you quick, like, what are you doing? And but I've not actually had them try to bite me at night. Now with him, you can just reach in the cage and pet him in the middle of the night and he doesn't even think twice about it. He's just calm 24 hours a day. And so he's just a great big baby. And he's doing excellent. Healthy as a horse. And I love him to pieces. Hi there, baby. Hi there, baby. Hi there. Now you really have to trust an Emerald Tree Boa to kiss one right in the face like that. And do remember that this is the kind of snake that has the largest teeth of any non-venomous snake in the entire world. I mean, they have a huge teeth. I've showed them a couple times on camera. And, Mercutio, could we see your teeth on camera today? Would you mind very much if I opened your mouth and looked at your teeth for the people on YouTube? Oh? Oh? Well, it really mean a lot to him. Oh? He said he really didn't want me to, but if you guys really wanted to see it, he would try not to get pissed about it. So, come here, baby. Now this is going to be hard to do. Let's get him comfortable so he's not hanging. There. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. There's his teeth. He is not liking this at all, but can you see those great big teeth? I hope you can see them. Now the bottom ones are not fully extracted out of the bottom ones were not fully extracted out of the gums, but the top ones did come out. And you can see he's not really mad. He's probably a little uncomfortable with me, but he's not mad at me. Do you forgive me? He says, yeah, I'll forgive you. But, anyhow, that's Mercutio. Yeah, he forgave me. And he's beautiful, very friendly, and that was his teeth. But this is Mercutio, and he's a beautiful boy. Very beautiful boy. Hello, this is Ambition. I just actually misted him down, and he's really wet right now. But, this is Merlin and Medusa's firstborn baby I hatched, and I kept him. He's actually the only one I ended up keeping out of the entire clutch. But I'm very happy that I have him, and just gotta make sure that I don't go overboard and keep everything I hatch. So I can have room to have some of every litter I hatch, maybe just one out of each one's first litter. But he is a beautiful baby green tree python. He's doing very well. He's got a very healthy appetite. He's still on small pinky mice, and I'm about to move him up to large pinkies. Just have to be very careful when you feed baby green tree pythons, because you don't want to feed them too much and give them too much nutrition, or they cannot digest their food well, and can lead to all kinds of problems. So have to be very careful. Green tree python babies can be very hard to get started, very stubborn feeders, but he was actually my first one to eat, first one to hatch, and the first one to bite me. Now, he doesn't strike anymore. He's very much calmed down. He's a very good boy now, and I'm very, very happy with him. Somebody asked me the other day if he's had any color change. No, not really. He had a whitish looking spot on his face, but actually the yellow come in. I guess maybe it just didn't have enough yellow in it or whatever, but he's all yellow and speckly now, so he will probably start changing sometime next year. He's doing great. He's about 24 grams now. Now, I do mist him down quite a bit, and sometimes when I'm handling, I mist him while I'm holding him, because baby green tree python's skin can dry out really quick. You know, once they're adult and their skin is a little thicker, they can hold up better out of the cage for a longer period of time, but I try not to get him out of the cage more than 10 or 15 minutes at a time, and he's doing really well. And he is just cute as a button. I mean, how could you not love this little guy when you look at him? He's so adorable. Look at his teeny tiny little black tail. Hello there, baby. Hello. He says, "You got a mouse for me, Daddy? I'm ready for one." He is always ready for a mouse. Always. Very, very sweet. You have to be ultra careful when you handle them too, because their tails are very fragile. Now, I could have fed him a little bit more and got him bigger in this amount of time, but I think it's very, very good to go slow with baby snakes, especially ones that are this tiny and fragile. And you don't want to push them too much. And he's doing great. Aw, look, little snake hugs. He has a really good grip on my finger, actually. He's adorable. But that's Ambition. Hello, this is Merlin. He's my male green tree python. He's a sarong type, and he is the daddy breeder I have. The camera won't show it, but he does have a beautiful teal stripe and pattern going down his back. It's really hard to pick up on camera though, but I've got plenty of videos of him, and I've got some slideshow videos that have got awesome pictures of him. But I don't know if any of that will pick up, but maybe it will. He's got a very beautiful color to him. And he's very sweet. He's got a beautiful face. And he doesn't mind the camera. He's never tried to attack the camera like Emeraldo does. But, he's very calm, very sweet. And he's about to go into shed right now, so he's just a little bit dull. And he's not eaten in the past few weeks. A lot of the time, male snakes will fast during the winter months, especially if they've bred before, because he thinks he's supposed to be breeding. And I'm not going to breed him and Medusa this year. And no, I'm not going to breed the green tree pythons this year. I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm going to breed him and Medusa again. No, I probably could. Medusa has actually really put her weight back on, and she seems every bit as healthy as she was last year. But I would never endanger Medusa or try to wear her out by breeding her 2 years in a row. And so I'm going to give her the year off, and maybe the year after. Have not decided on that yet. But green tree pythons are definitely an awesome pet to have. And he's one of my favorites. And I just wish you could see his color very good, but he's very curious right now. And that's Merlin, the male sarong green tree python. Hello, this is Medusa. She's my mommy green tree python. She's a really, really good girl. And she has gained every bit of her weight back from giving birth. Earlier in the year, she laid eggs in April, and they hatched at the end of May. And yeah, she's very, very fat again. And she's eating medium rats now. She's pretty big for a green tree python. You know, definitely on the larger end for green trees. They usually top out around 5 feet. You know, they can get up to 6 feet. And I actually measured her today with a cloth measuring tape, and she was 5 feet 8 inches long. So she's pretty big for a green tree python. She's very, very mellow. She may be one of my very favorites out of my whole snake collection. I love her to death. When she was pregnant, she had a teal color to her. That's all gone. She's green again, as you can see. And of course, she does have some of the blue around her sides, but she's always had that. And she's got the little white speckles down her back. And I really think that her belly is really beautiful. Merlin, the male's belly, I forgot to tell you, but his is mostly yellow. And she's got more of a greenish and bluish checkerboard pattern on her belly, which is kind of cool. And, but yes, look how fat she is, you know. I'm definitely not going to breed her this year, although she's more than healthy enough to be breeding. It's very hard on green tree python mommies to breed 2 years in a row, so I definitely won't do anything to jeopardize Medusa's health. And she's doing great. I just love her to death. Very mellow. She is a very fierce eater. Never misses a meal. And she's just adorable. Very mellow. You can put her around your neck, and the worst thing she's going to do is try to mess up your hair, which snakes just have the habit of trying to do that. They figure, we don't have any hair, so it doesn't matter if yours looks good or not. But anyhow, she's just super healthy, and she's a big baby. Yes, she is. But, the green tree pythons have much smaller heads than the emerald tree boas, and I will show you her beautiful little face there. She's just so sweet. This is an update on Medusa. She's doing fabulous, and she says hello to everybody on YouTube. baby? What are you doing? Huh? Hello, this is my male Rainbow Boa. His name is Vicious. He's doing really well. He actually had a boo-boo on his head there. You can see a tiny little scar. And he is being housed by himself in a tub right now until his head is 100% better, which may be another shed or two. It was just a bump that raised up. It was, I guess, some infection, and had it drained and kept antibiotic ointment on it, and now he's doing really good. There's no raised area, just a very small scar there on his head, and he's doing really good. And look at the shine on him. He's really beautiful. He's one of the most beautiful Rainbow Boas as far as high iridescence that I have seen, and it usually doesn't even pick up on camera, but it looks like it's capturing some of that. He's pretty big now. He's probably 2.5 feet, approaching 3 feet, and he's about 400 grams, so he's a pretty big boy now. He's eating small rats about every 10 days. I have slowed the snakes down some because they don't eat quite as much in the cooler months. And he's very friendly. Very, very friendly. The only reason I named him Vicious is because when he was a baby and I just got him, he bit me and I said, "Oh wow, you're a little vicious booger," and it just kind of stuck. Although that was the once and only time he ever bit me. But look at the incredible shine on his skin. Or scales, rather. I keep calling it skin, but of course it's scales. A lot of people ask me where I got my rainbows from. I got him and Venus from Will Bird. He has a great website, ectotherms.net, and he breeds rainbow boas as well as many other snakes, so check out his website. But he's just very gorgeous. Look at his beautiful face. And that's Vicious. Now this is Valentine. She's gorgeous. She's got a lot of rich red colors on her. And now it's nighttime, and one cool thing about the Rainbow Boas is at night, especially when they get some size on them and a little bit of age, the sides turn real white, almost a grayish white color, and their crescents look like it glows like the moonlight. And it's a very, very cool effect that they have. And it only happens like at night. And you can see she's definitely got really light colored sides right now. And if you watch some of my other videos of her, you won't see that white on her sides. It shows up mostly on her because she's bigger and a little more developed than Vicious and Venus. But she's really, really pretty. She has a lot of iridescence on her, and it's just not picking up very well right now. She's ultra hyper. It's even hard to get her to stay still long enough to get any suitable footage of her. But she's a real big girl. She's about 3.5 feet now. She's on medium rats, and she eats them like they're candy. She's just a very good eater. She's pretty gentle when I feed her. She's not aggressive at all, but she loves to eat. Even when she's shedding, she will eat. She's pretty large. You know, you can see her body there compared to my 4 fingers. And she's probably another year or 2 away from breeding. That's okay. We got plenty of time. She's super beautiful. And she has an awesome reddish tone to her. Now I just wanted to show you Valentine in my hand, kind of like, so you can get a good idea of how big she is. She's super hyper, so keep that in mind. But she is a pretty big girl. She's, I guess, 3.5 feet now. It'd be very hard to get her to sit still long enough to measure her. But she's a real sweet girl. Aren't you, Valentine? And she's really beautiful. Now this is Venus, or like I like to call her, Speedy Gonzales. Nighttime you can see her sides are a little lighter, but they're not anywhere near as light as Valentine's. She has a very strong iridescence, bluish tone to her, especially on her sides. And I believe she's going to be a stunning, very high orange peach colored Rainbow Boa when she grows up. She was a very picky eater for a very long time, and now she's eating pretty good. She's up to small rats about once every 10 days, and she's about 300 grams. So she's really beautiful, and it was a picture of her on Will's website that made me want a Rainbow Boa. I just thought she was so cute, and so I went up and got her, and I had to get her friend. And but yes, she's beautiful. Her mother was super high orange, so I think she'll have a really nice orange color too. And you can just see that unbelievable contrast to her pattern. She's hiding in the couch. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. She has the cutest little face, and I'm going to try really hard to hold her still long enough to get her face. There's her face. She is such a stunning snake. She's definitely going to be a real looker as she grows up. And you can see some iridescence. Just look at that beautiful snake. You can't go across the chair. You know better. Look at her clean white belly. Well, that is a look at little Venus. Hello, this is Sandman. He is my largest Woma Python. He is a male, and he's really beautiful. He has grown quite a bit since I got him, maybe a few inches, and thickened up quite a bit. He's very friendly. Now both of the Woma Pythons are very vicious feeders. As soon as they smell the rat, they're striking at anything that moves. It doesn't matter if it's warm or whatever. I mean, they know when it's feeding time. The rat smells in the air, and as soon as the lid comes off, they're striking at the lid before I can even get it off. So, extremely fierce feeders, but when it's not feeding time, they're very beautiful snakes to have. They are very hardy, and I just love the caramel stripes on them. The coolest thing about them is their yellow faces, and it looks like they're wearing little sunglasses. They have very small heads for the size of the snake that they are. You know, this one's almost full grown. He might get another half a foot bigger, maybe thicken up some more, but you know, he's not going to get much bigger than this. And he's very friendly. His name is Sandman. That's a look at him. Very cool snake. His dark shadings on his face and his... It's a beautiful guy. Very friendly. And, he's curious. He says, "Hey, what is that?" Look at him, look at the camera. Isn't that adorable? He's standing way up, too. I mean, well, he backed down when I stepped back up. But, very curious little guy. Or big guy. Hello, this is Phantom. He is my smaller male Woma Python. Yes, I got 2 males. He's really, really gorgeous. He's got a little bit better pattern on him than the larger male Woma, and he's got more yellow on his face. He's very sweet. He's a very vicious feeder. Maybe not quite as vicious feeder as Sandman is, but close. They're very mellow once you get them out, like I say, and they are pretty hyper snakes. And he's trying to crawl up my face right now. Now their bellies are rust color, so that's kind of cool. You don't always see a really colorful belly on snakes. A lot of the time they're a lot lighter and plain in color, but that's kind of neat. Kind of blends in. And they have really cute personalities. Anytime you walk into the room, they start crawling around. They're trying to get your attention. Very, very social snakes, and very hyper. Just look at their cool colors. His name's Phantom because he looks like he's wearing a little mask. Hello. Hello. He says hello. He's saying hello a little too close. He's like, he just can't help himself. Anytime there's anything near him, he's checking it out. These are brave little snakes, let me tell you. There. Hey there. Hey. Yes? Yes, you. He thinks he's a cobra some of the time. He raises up. They just have really cute personalities. Definitely a snake with a lot of personality. He's climbing up my arm. Hello. This is my male pastel baby ball python. He's very, very young, and he's a great eater. He's got gorgeous bright colors on him, and I named him Tiger. Look how cute he is. Sometimes you just wish they stayed this small all the time. He's a little baby. I love his colors. He's actually a little bit dark. He might be about to go into shed. But he's a real sweetheart. Tiger's a big name for such a little snake, but he won't always be a little snake. He will definitely grow into his name. Just look at his cute little face. He says, "Hey, what are you looking at? What are you looking at, man?" Well, that's my little male pastel baby ball python. Hello. This is Spider Girl. She's a normal ball python. She's not a spider ball python. I just named her Spider Girl because when she was little, her little pattern was so dainty. I thought it looked like little spider webs on her back. She's very, very sweet. She's the only ball python I have that refuses to eat frozen thawed. Tried numerous times, hot boxes, closed boxes, overnight, on tongs, in the dark with the lights on. in the morning. Absolutely does not want to eat frozen thawed, but that's okay. She's a really pretty ball python, and she is pretty good size. She's about 2 feet long and probably close to 450 grams. But there she is next to my hand, kind of spread out, you can see that. She's trying to go hide from us. She's a pretty big girl. This is Hershey. He is another normal ball python. He has a very heavy dark pattern on him, very solid dark pattern. And when he was a baby, I thought it looked like somebody had poured Hershey syrup on him. And I named him Hershey. And he's a pretty big boy. He's a little bigger than Spider Girl. He's probably close to 600 grams. Very good eater. He's eaten small rats. And he's about 2 to 2.5 feet long. And he's just got really pretty chocolate markings on him. He's a very beautiful snake. I really like the fact that his pattern is so solid, and he's only got just a couple little black spots on him. The rest of it's very solid and very connected. Like all of my babies, he has a very cute face. And his overall color is a little bit more of a sand color instead of a brownish. And that's kind of unique. That's something I did notice about him, even when he was younger, that his lighter brown coloring was a little bit sandy colored. So that was kind of cool. And very glad I kept him. So that's Hershey. Now this is just a tiny little clip I'm going to throw in for fun, but 3 of the ball pythons are having a pool party together. Yes, this is a water bowl, and they're all sitting there soaking at the same time. There's Dolly, Sunset, and Golden Boy. Although Golden Boy is very dark, he is definitely about to go into shed, or about to shed now. But there's little Dolly, Sunset, and Golden Boy. Isn't that cute? 3 little peas in a pod. Well, 3 little peas in a pool. I'm going to go ahead and do these 3 separately, but kind of at the same time. We're going to start with him. Golden Boy. Now, you can't really see it because he is definitely going into shed. And his belly's even fogged up looking. But he usually has a very, very gold pattern to him. And he has very little black on his back, so his gold really stands out. So I named him the Golden Boy. And just wish you could see that. I do have a video of him up with Sunset, just a video of the 2 of them. So if you want to check him out more, you can do that. There's Golden Boy. Okay, then we're going to look at little Dolly. She is beautiful. She's actually started to eat pretty good again. She has been the worst snake I have ever had about feeding, and at times I wanted to pull my hair out, but she is actually doing better about eating, and she's finally growing again, so that's good. She's just been hanging out with these 2, her little roommates, and I really think it helped her. She follows them around when one of them gets in the big water bowl. Usually they all do. And when they go to the hide box, usually they all do. And when I was feeding them the last time and they started eating, she did too. So maybe she's just playing follow the leader. She's a really beautiful ball python. Albino ball python, of course. Duh, you can see that. But her name's Dolly because I thought she looked like a little baby doll when I got her. She's beautiful. You can see she's not quite as big as Golden Boy. She's probably about 325 grams. So she's pretty small for her age. And Golden Boy here, he's about 500 grams. And we'll look at Sunset now. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Look at her. She might possibly be a cinnamon ball python. Won't really know unless she breeds. Didn't expect her to be, but a couple of people have pointed it out that she might be. So she's got lots of really dark colors on her. White flames too. She's got a very, very black pattern on her back. And so she's doing really good. She's a really good eater. There's the 3 little snakes that were having a pool party. And they're all beautiful. There's Sunset and Dolly and Golden Boy. Hello, this is Dracula. He is my male, 100% het for albino ball python. Now, if you can imagine this, him and my albino ball python Dolly were born 3 weeks apart, and they were about 10 grams different when I first got them as babies. He's probably close to 2.5 foot, going toward 3 foot, and he is probably about 800 to 900 grams. I haven't weighed him in a while, but he's really big. He eats 2 small rats a week, or 1 medium rat if the rat is not too large in girth. But he's a very good eater. You can see he's a big boy, and he's very friendly. He has always been a little bit head shy, but we're working on that. He's not backing away right now, so. But he's a big boy. He's fat. Look how big he is in my hand. He's a great eater. Now, he used to always be one of the first snakes I went to if I had a leftover mouse. So maybe that's one of the reasons he got so big, because he usually got an extra mouse each week. But he's really beautiful, and he's a big boy. Yes, he is. He's a big boy. Say hello, Dracula. See, it's okay if we pet your head. He's about almost as big around as my wrist. But that is Dracula, and he's doing really good. Hello, this is Morgana, and this is Morticia. And I put these two together because I wanted you to see the difference between the albino red-tailed boas and the Sunglow red-tailed boas. And if you can't figure it out, duh, this one here is the Sunglow. But sorry if I sounded hateful, just trying to add a dramatic effect. They're growing very fast. They are already eating small rats. And I would say that they're both about 275 grams. Haven't weighed them in a couple of weeks, but they were about 230 something before. And they're growing really fast. They're about 2.5 feet long apiece. And they're both beautiful. And they're actually sisters. They have the same mommy, same daddy. decided to be sure and get 2 girls. So of course when I get a male later on, he won't be from the same parents. But they just love each other. They follow each other all the time. They curl up together. They never sit on opposite ends of their tub. And they're always together, hanging out. They just really love each other. And you can see them both crawling together at the side of the chair. So they definitely are very cute. I'm so glad I got siblings for a change. And it's kind of nice to think that they'll be together forever. I really like the albino phase, even though her pattern's real light and everything. Her tail is real cherry red, and that gives it a nice dramatic appearance. And of course the Sunglows, how can you not love the Sunglows, the way their pattern is so intense for an albino. They're both very friendly, and they're both really good eaters. But there they are. They always shed, usually about the same time. Sometimes it's like a week apart, but they're neck and neck for everything they do. Eating, shedding, even going to the bathroom. But they're just beautiful snakes. I'm very glad I have them. We'll look at her up close real good for a minute. You can see she's got a lot of pink on her sides. She's got a beautiful face. Lots and lots of pink. It's a pinkish coral kind of color, actually. She has a lot of color, though. And we'll set her down and check out Morgana. Whoa, the camera's not picking her up very well, but you can see her pattern on the side somewhat. She has a gorgeous little face. She looks so sweet and innocent. Something about her just makes her look super innocent. But they're both gorgeous little babies. This is Lucy. Just wanted to show you how big she's getting. She's approaching 3.5 to 4 feet. She's growing like a weed. She has got a very, very strong appetite. She wants to eat no matter what. And after you give her a rat, she's looking for the next one. She can eat a medium rat or 2 small rats. And she would eat 5 small rats if I let her. She just never wants to quit eating. She's probably at least 1.5 pounds, soon to be 2 pounds. She's doing really good. She's a beautiful boa. The camera never shows it, but she is just almost pink colored to her skin tone. She's just got an enormous amount of pink coloring. And she's very sweet. She's very, very sweet. She's very friendly and hyper, though. She's very hyper and active. And she thinks she's a real big snake. I'm telling you. The way she eats, she thinks she's a reticulated python or anaconda. But, you know, trying real hard not to grow her too fast. But with a snake with a very strong appetite like hers, you don't want to deprive her, you know, give her a little extra, just not over the top. So here's Lucy on the chair, and she's doing really good. And Rainy, you probably stopped watching my video a long time ago, because this one's going to be very long. But I tell Lucy all the time that she has a cousin in Canada named Lola, And there's been several times I've accidentally called her Lola, and then I think, silly me. But you can see she's really long. She's spread out over that chair. Yeah, definitely probably 4 feet now. And growing fast. I wish you could see her pink color on her sides. Doesn't show up, but just believe me, she's a very beautiful red-tailed boa. Big girl. She's a real big girl. She's really pretty. She's got a nice clean pattern to her, you know. A very even pattern. And that's Lucy. This is my red-tailed boa, Bones. In the last 2 months, I think she's gained about 3 pounds. She has really beefed up, and she's just been eating 1 double extra large rat a week. I mean, I've not been stuffing her or anything. She's just really bulking up. It's almost unbelievable, and look at her midsection. I think it's time to introduce Ricardo to her. I think she might be about ready. She looks like she's definitely ready. Her stomach is so huge and swollen. I think it's time. So, yeah, and Ricardo is in love with her anyway. But she has really just blown up in just a few months. It's unbelievable. And if I didn't know for a fact she was the same exact snake, I would have doubts myself. But she has just really gotten huge, and she's very powerful now. I mean, she's almost as wide as Buttercup. She's just not as long. I'm telling you, she's probably 6.5 feet long. And she's super, super thick right now. And she's about to go into shed. So I'll probably give her a bath and see if I can't get her to go ahead and shed. And as soon as she's done shedding, it's going to be a great time to introduce Ricardo to her, because her scent is going to be super strong, and he won't be able to resist her. Well, he's never been able to resist her. He always tries to lock tails with her anytime he's near her. But now she has almost outgrown him in just a matter of a couple months. I mean, she's definitely ready for the season, and that's what a lot of snakes do, is they beef up right before breeding. And she definitely has. She's a pretty girl. And she is about to shed. I mean, no joke. And she's got that much shine and iridescence to her skin. She's always been a very, very beautiful red tail. She's lighter phase than a lot of them. You can't really tell that right now, but she's going to be huge. I think she's going to be a very large adult female. But just look at that massive belly. She's gonna make me some babies. Yep. She's gonna make me some babies. She's just curling up, sitting there pretty as you please. Look how wide she is. She's like, oh no, I'm spinning. But that is Bones. She's doing excellent. Don't go up my short silly. Now this is Booth. He's another red-tailed boa. He's a male. And he's pretty large. He's not as solid as Bones is now. but he's beefed up quite a bit in his midsection, and he's not quite as long as she is. And he's very friendly. I got Booth and Bones at the same time from a guy that bought them at a pet shop, and he just didn't want them anymore, so I picked them up from him. And these guys are doing great. And you can see he's very friendly. They're pretty hyper today, aren't you, baby? But yeah, he's grown up to be a big boy. He's almost caught up with Ricardo. And he's a pretty dark phase red-tailed boa. He's really gorgeous. He's got a very strong body, and you have to be very careful with him. But he's very sweet, never trying to bite or anything. There he is on the chair. He's got a nice, clean, crisp pattern. And he's a big boy. Bones is not a whole lot bigger than him, but she is more solid than him right now. And he's trying his best to find a hiding spot. Can you see that? What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? He's super hyper right now. I don't know what's got into him, but maybe I've been parading around in the snake room all night, and he thought, yay, it's my turn. But, he's very hyper today. But that is Booth. This is Ricardo. He's my male, darkest phase, red-tailed boa. He's a big boy. He's growing a lot too, actually. He's probably 7.5 feet. And, pretty solid. He's extremely dark pattern, and he's really, really sweet. He loves to take baths. You can put him in the bathtub and just let him soak for an hour, and he just will sit there. He's very strong, and pretty mellow. They're all hyper today, of course, but that's okay. You wouldn't want me to hold snakes that were not active, would you? He eats one double extra large rat a week, you know. He won't get a lot bigger than this, maybe half a foot to a foot bigger. You know, males don't get as big as the females. And I know he's anxious to breed with Bones, so I really think that'll work out good. And just look at this big bad boy. It's hard to see him because he keeps crawling toward me. But there he is. He's probably about 14 or 15 pounds. There he is. He's really pretty. Got a really pretty face. Really pretty colors. And a good iridescence. Just look how shiny he is. But hopefully he will be my daddy red-tailed boa soon. Here's Buttercup. She's a big girl. She's about 8.5 feet, close to 9 feet. She's very, very sweet. She's eating medium rabbits, and she's absolutely gorgeous. Probably will not breed her this year, but next year I hope to breed her. And she's pretty heavy now. She's probably about 20 pounds. And she's really, really beautiful. She's got a very rich gold color to her. And she's just got a really great attitude. Nano, the male, he hisses a lot, love him to death. But for people that have not been around Burmese Pythons, Nano would be very intimidating, while Buttercup would not be nearly as intimidating because she's very quiet and mellow. You can just see she's just everywhere. She's really long, very solid. Look at her. Say hello, everybody on YouTube. Okay, there she is in the chair. She's a great big girl. Yes, she is. She's really beautiful. You can see her color really well down here in these lights. I know you don't always get to see how beautiful her color really is, but she's definitely popping right now with color. And here she is next to my hand. Very, very solid girl. Very sweet. She's a big, big sweetheart. Ain't you, baby? Yes. She loves me, and I love her. I love all my snakes. Just look how great big she is. And that chair is a very large overstuffed chair. It's probably 5 foot from cushion to cushion on each end, from this end to that end. Here's Miss Buttercup. She's a real sweetheart. Hello. This is my male albino Burmese Python Nano. He's the largest snake I currently own. He's probably 9.5 feet, getting close to 10 feet. And he hisses quite a bit, but he's never tried to bite me. He's a big sweetheart, and he's a great big guy. He's just a big boy, and he's going to get a lot bigger. He's a nice snake, very, very sweet. He just hisses a lot, so he just wants you to think he's very tough. But he's a big softie. And I just think he's very gorgeous. And here's Nano in the chair. Big boy. He's got a beautiful pattern to him. The white markings and stuff really make the rich yellow pop out. He's very solid. He's a big boy, big softie. Yes, he is. He's really stunning. Just look at the colors on him. And it's very hard to get a snake this big to sit still if they don't want to. But that's Nano. And he's doing great, eating medium rabbits like they're candy. Come here, baby. He's been really good. He's not hissing a whole lot. He's like, you didn't let me get any sleep tonight. You've been down here all night making videos. Okay, I can't make that great big video and not put baby girl in it at all, because she loves to watch me when I'm in the snake room or anything, and I will usually let her in the snake room if I don't have the great big snakes out. So she was a very good girl and did not get upset that she was not welcome into the snake room tonight. But here she is. I just woke her up. She was trying her best to keep the bed warm for me. Hi, baby girl. She's a big sweetheart, aren't you? She's purring. Yes. Just woke her up and she's just so happy to see me. She's a beautiful little kitty. Baby girl. Baby girl. Don't you just love her? I do. I do. I love her.